Hey there, it's Trisha with Easy E-mini Trade, and I just want to do a quick video to show you an ideal breakdown situation. And this afternoon, I'll be doing a webinar at 4 p.m. where I'll go over breakout and breakdown trades. I differentiate breakout to the upside, breakdown to the downside. If you call them breakouts to either side, that's okay. And I'll go over divergence, off support and resistance, how you can use that for entries. And then I'd like to go over just briefly during the webinar using buy stops and sell stops to take your entries as opposed to stop limit orders. And anyway, if you're interested, go to easyeMinitrade.com, click on the upcoming webinar tab at the top of the page, and all the information is there. Okay, so let me get you to my charts. All right, so this is YM, and this is pre-market. We just had news at 8:30, which is why we've got this big green candle right now. But you'll see I've got my volume profile on here. This is a 15-minute chart, and generally what I'm looking for is I'm looking for big bottoming tails where the candle is pushed up to the upper third of the candle, or big bottoming tails with the body of the candle pushed down to the lower third. And the reason why I'm looking for that is, for example, when I look at this, this isn't an ideal bottoming tail here because we don't have the candle pushed all the way up, but it's close. And I actually didn't draw this line under this candle here. I actually drew it under the low of this candle. And the reason I did that was you can see here that whenever the sellers pushed down to this general area of the 25,765 vicinity, the buyers stepped up, the buyers stepped up, buyers stepped up, buyers stepped up. So what that's telling me is that if price gets down here again and buyers attempt to buy it again in that area and it breaks this 765 area, likely there is going to be a lot of protective sell stops under this area. So if I'm going to short under here as a anticipated breakdown, I would be looking to capitalize on a quick flush through this area with those buyers' protective stops getting hit. Now, what I like about this, and granted, this is pre-market, you guys, so volume is lighter pre-market on YM, but I just wanted to show you this was like a really picture perfect scenario, which we don't get very often. But you can see that we've got this opening here in my volume profile, meaning I've got high volume up here, I've got high volume down here. So realistically, and then if we look at yesterday too, we don't have a big high volume node sticking out in this area that I'm looking for this opening. It would actually be below that. So what this is telling me is that this would be strong support at somewhere around 711, 720 area. So we've got this opening, and generally when you've got price going from one high volume area and then no volume and then another high volume area, price can get sucked down to the next high volume area. Now obviously we would have to reevaluate by the time price got down to that area later today, or if at all today, but this would be a valid opportunity until price breaches this area. Once price breaches it, then it's no longer valid for a breakdown. And so that's what I do, is I'll look for those big bottoming tails or topping tails on a larger chart, like a 5-minute, 15, 30, or 60, and then I mark them, and then I have it showing up on all of my charts. So I'll show you what it looks like on a 5-minute or a 1-minute. But also here, I want to show you this one right here. Again, pre-market, but you can see this is a nice bottoming tail, right? But why I would not take this as a breakdown is because this would be attempting a breakdown entry right into yesterday's close. So not a whole lot of room. So if there isn't room like down to a strong support area, then don't take the breakdown. If there's not a lot of room to a strong, when you're taking a breakout, if there's not a lot of room up to the next area of resistance, then don't take it. And of course, if we're sideways, you're just going to exercise some caution, because usually you'll know pretty quickly if it's going to work out. So you can use typically a fairly tight stop. Okay, so let me just show you real quick on my 1 minute what, or even 5 minute, what that area looks like. So like I said, when I draw this line, I have it show up on all of my charts. So here it is on a 1 minute, and here's that area that I drew. And the volume profile is going to look the same on every chart that you put it on, because it's taking the volume at the different price level. So if you're using it on a 15 minute, 30, a 60, a 5, a 1, it won't matter. Volume will be the same. But here it is right here. And then if we look at it on a 1 minute, a 5 minute, here it is right here. And so, like I said, when the time comes, if price breaks through there, we would have to reevaluate if we felt confident in taking the short at that time. But for now, it's marked, and then I don't have to, it's already there, and then I'll just revisit it once price gets there again later, if it does get there later. Okay, you guys, I hope that helps. And like I said, I will go into complete detail on this during the webinar. And if you have any questions, feel free to send me an email. Take care and have a great day.